Wanted to give you guys a real life example of how the right hard money lender, being us hopefully, is able to add a creative solution many times to a deal that you might not see just because we're in it every day and we see what borrowers need and what they don't need. So I figured today I would give you an example of maybe a recent project that I worked with that we were able to creatively piece something together that took something that wasn't going to work and we made it work, and Jay has one as well. The particular one I'm thinking of was a project in the South Philadelphia market. And the borrower had come to us, and there's a couple missing pieces on the criteria. A great guy, great on paper, but there was the finishes and the type of construction in this area are extremely particular. And he didn't have any recent projects in the area, which didn't mean he wasn't capable of it, but it made it a little bit more risk on our end to take on. Now, I was comfortable at a certain number doing that deal, but it didn't work for him because he didn't have quite enough, cash to make that make sense at the number I was comfortable with. Well, in the back of my head, getting creative with it, I had another borrower who was actively looking for a project, and I knew he is very much capable of doing the projects in this area. So I asked the original borrower, I said, hey, look, here's the missing piece. I have a guy that might be interested in this. You guys come together, form an LLC, form a partnership. Your partnership will now buy the project. Now you have the full construction piece on one side, so you know that you're going to execute and make money on it. And then you have your deal on the other side, which is equally as important. Finding the deal is just that important. So there was multiple pieces of the puzzle that were not together yet, and if you use the right, hard money lender, like happened to be us in that situation, I was able to piece that together, and then they will all make money now. So it wasn't there to begin with, and we were able to get creative with it and make it work. I know Jay's got a pretty interesting one as well.
Yeah, we have a few borrowers that always feel like they're limited based on the capital available in order to do deals on a regular basis. So one, for instance, that recently had lunch with, he's probably doing 4 or 6 properties a year. It's his full-time gig, and he's always kind of was stuck into like, hey, I would just buy them in cash, and then when I ran out of money, I would just come to you, and you would give me, some money to finish renovations or to fund all the renovations, whatever the case is. And he was comfortable with that. And then he was like, the other day when we had lunch, he was complaining a little bit. He was like, yeah, I've been really trying to do more deals, but I'm just running out of my own cash, and I'm sitting down with him, I'm like, we give you a lot more money on each one of these deals. Like, you're just buying these in cash, and then we're giving you renovation money or part of it on a deal-by-deal basis. We could probably fund almost twice as much on each deal. And he was shocked. Related to it, and he's like, really? He was like, so you guys can do more on this? I was like, yeah, we'll end up to 65% based off of your finished value on some of these.
Sure.
So next deal comes along. A standard deal for him is buy at 130, put in... buy at about buy 130, put in about 70 to 100, and resell at 299. And he only needed loans for the construction. We were giving him loans of like $100,000 after the fact on each one. And I was like, I could lend you like $200,000 on this. And he was like, if you guys could do that, I could do a heck of a lot more because I'm missing out. I was shocked to hear he was missing out on opportunities and not putting deals under contract, but because he was scared about where the money was going to come from. So, just like that. So it's always good to reach out to a hard money lender, obviously a local hard money lender, or ourselves at Hard Money Bankers, because we can get creative on some of these deals. And what we usually like to do when we're talking to borrowers, especially for the first time, is just explain to me and let's have a conversation about what you are looking to accomplish. Because if we can figure out what you're looking to accomplish, we can tell you what the best bet is. Maybe it's leveraging up, maybe it's not leveraging up, maybe we're not the best fit for you. But we need to understand your needs, not just, hey, how much does it cost? Because that's not a good question. Mm-hmm. Figure out what you're trying to accomplish so we can structure the best loan that fits you.
Yeah, there's a lot behind the scenes that you might come into assume, just like Jay's borrower who he's been working with, was making an assumption that this is how that we lend. Didn't know there was a whole other side to the picture that we could easily come up with. So be upfront with your lender and say, this is, like Jay said, this is where I'm trying to get to, this is what my operation may look like right now. What are my options or what can I do? And you'd be surprised that maybe if you assume there was only one option, if you're using the right hard money lender, you'll have a position that they might say, look, from our experience, we can get creative like this, we can do that. And I'd say as the relationships even develop more after repeat situations, you can get even more creative. So we find ways, you have the right deals, we find ways to get them done.
I can't say no to a good repeat borrower. Anything they want, we'll make it work.
Yeah, that's right. So.